Hello everyone, my name is Atonia Bayless, and today I want to talk to you about the working women in India, a battle against gender norms. It's hard to discuss the gender norms and working conditions of all of South Asia, so we're just going to be focusing on India specifically. So first, let's start by looking at the population. If you look at the graph over here on the right, you'll notice that India's growth rate has decreased exponentially since the 1960s, but still they're the second most populous country in the world, with 17.7% of the world's population residing here. And so if you want to think about it in another way, this means that 1 in 6 people around the world live in this one country. And for every 100 females, there are approximately 108 males in 2020. This gap continues to grow. And this male-skewed population might not seem like a lot, but it's very representative of a larger gender inequality issue that takes place in this country. So what are some of the inequalities? The inequalities in India are grander than you would think. Women are approximately 48% of the population, but female mortality rates are a lot higher than a lot of places would like, with over 239,000 girls under the age of 5 dying every year. With literacy, 65% of women are literate in comparison to 80% of men. This means that women are not getting the education they need to help grow in order to help them become more independent and self-sustaining. And then in the labor force, India has the lowest female labor participation rates in the world, with only 1/3 of women ages 15 and higher working actively or searching for a job, while their male counterparts are 96% active in the workplace. And when I discuss men and women, this is talking about their biological sex, not their gender. So how are there still inequalities today? It's 2021. You wouldn't think that this is still happening, but in India, there are deeply rooted traditions. India is a faith-based culture with 95% of all Hindus residing here. So that's one of the major religions that controls the society. And so the religion has shaped social norms and political decisions, with religious justifications being enough for them. And then most of the practiced religions have strong conservative views on women. And so it's hard to get rid of these traditions. And so what does this mean for women today? On a more specific level, how does this affect their jobs? And although there are many political reforms that have taken place in the last decade, how is there still so much great inequality? So as we said, it's all due to deeply rooted traditions. There are gender norms and expectations placed on women. These gender norms include a preference for sons. This preference for sons takes away the value of women right at birth. Parents don't want to have women as much as they want to have males because they have to create dowries for them. Although dowries are illegal, it is still being practiced by some Indian families. And then the neglect and abuse that takes place in India is astronomical. Women are verbally abused. They're always put down. People are asking them, why aren't you better? Why can't you be good enough? Why are you doing it this way? And that can really take away from a woman's confidence and self-worth. And then there are time management issues. Women have less time to work because they're doing their household duties and traditional tasks, such as cleaning and taking care of the kids or making food. And so in a study, they proved that on average, men have 4.5 hours in a day devoted solely to social life and leisure activities, while women only have 3.9 hours. And I don't know about you, but I like my free time. And then women are constantly devalued, like I said, as a result. Educated women often leave the workplace once they're married because they have the home life to think about now. And then women, including feminists, use self-degrading language to describe themselves. They describe themselves as a mother, a sacrifice, giving, and they're burdened by the duties that are imposed on them because they're always expected to help others selflessly. So in the discussion, I want you guys to reflect. In a culture full of ideas and images of what we should be, how do you think one can conform, or how do you think someone can form their own identity and remain true to their authentic self? And then, what do you think could be some of the benefits and consequences to questioning and challenging authority? Thanks so much for listening, guys. I hope you learned something new, and I can't wait to see your comments.